Reverend Rutledge, it is so good to see you here in Springfield. Boy, you know your grandfather is somewhat of a legend in these parts.
It's good to be here, Josh. I'm just sorry my visit is marked by such a sad occasion.
Josh. Hi. It's good to see you again. Good to see you, too. Gentlemen, this is His Royal Highness, William Winslow, the Prince of St. Cristobal and Richard's brother. This is Reverend Rutledge, and this is my nephew, Bill.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Your Highness.
Well, thank you, Reverend, but it's not just my loss. It's all of St. Cristobal's. Josh, could I have a moment?
Absolutely. Excuse us.
I have brought someone with me. I cleared it with Cassie first.
Okay, who is it? I see. Hello.
Colonel Dax and Richard had a falling out before Richard left the island.
I knew Richard since he was a child. He was family. I had to come pay my respect.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Sure. Thank you, Josh. Yeah.
Hello, Josh.
Hello.
I see that the San Cristobal contingent is here. I should go pay my respects, and then where would you like me to sit?
Anywhere that isn't reserved. Olivia, you said on the phone you needed to talk to me?
Yeah, I do need to talk to you, but this isn't the time or place.
Harley, I don't know what to say, but I love you, and you're not alone.
That's right. We're here for you, all of us girls, okay?
That's right, Cassie. Whatever you need.
Bill will show you guys where to sit.
All right.
Cassie, you have my deepest sympathies. Richard was my first love, but, you were his. First, last, and always. You meant everything to him. All of you.
Dearly beloved, we are here today to honor Richard Winslow, a remarkable man, a great man who was kind, wise, and courageous far beyond his years, and who died far too young. We come also to offer our deep condolences to the family he left behind. Please stand. Let us begin with the Lord's Prayer. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us.
And
lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever. Amen. Please remain standing. If you'll now turn in your programs, let's together sing one of Richard's favorite hymns, O God, our help in ages past.
Richard Winslow was my brother-in-law, and he was also my friend. And he was one of the most honorable and ethical men I've ever known. Whatever challenge Richard faced in his life, whether it was leading an entire country through political turmoil and natural disaster, or whether it was becoming a husband and a father, or whether it was learning how to barbecue like a real American, Richard would embrace that challenge with a kind of dignity and presence that few of us ever achieve, much less sustain. Even as a young man, Richard showed that kind of presence and focus. This is a notebook that Richard kept when he was going to prep school. He was taking a poetry class at the time. But evidently, just reading poems was not enough for him. In this book, Richard wrote down his favorite verses by hand because he really wanted to know and fully understand each word and each verse from the inside out. And I think that's the way he dealt with people. When you spoke with him, he really listened to you. He really connected to you. He wanted to know all about you, everything inside of you, and what made you tick. He was the kind of man, a rare kind of man, who understood his priorities and knew what was important in life. Even as a boy, he was already a wise man. At 14 years old, he wrote these verses in this notebook. From the poet Mary Oliver. Every year, everything I have ever learned in my lifetime leads back to this. The fires and the black river of loss, whose other side is salvation, whose meaning none of us will ever know. And these words. To live in this world, you must be able to do three things. To love what is mortal, to hold it against your bones, knowing your life depends on it, and when it comes time to let it go, to let it go.
Sorry, I'm nervous. Unfortunately, I didn't know Richard Winslow very well. In spite of that, he and his wife Cassie gave me and my son Rick, gave our entire family a miraculous gift. Rick is still recovering from surgery, so obviously he couldn't be here, but he wrote this, and he asked me if I would read it. Dear Cassie and Tammy and RJ and Will, I'm writing this letter to you today, first, because I can. Because thanks to you and Richard, I am alive this morning. I didn't know Richard well, but it was easy to see what an extraordinary man he was. The kind of person we all wish we could be. Caring, intelligent, charming. But the thing that made him a real hero, a real prince in my eyes, was the way he came through for people when they needed him, and the way his wife and kids lit up when he walked into a room.